But until then, I will say, and I'll pat Ada Ehi in the back, and I also pat them in the back. And all I want to say is that what did they do to Ada Ehi that necessitated this kind of treatment? Let's break it down, the article down from top to the basic, or from the basic to the last bit. Sorry. So in the nutshell, Ada Ehi they agreed on $8,000, right? Okay, and they paid $5,000 to Ada Ehi, which we've not substantiated. To her accounts, I have not substantiated because I'm here to look at it and go deep into it. I'm just basically plucking it from the surface. Now they paid $5,000. All right, they flew her band to Ghana. They did that on Saturday. They fed them throughout Saturday, on Sunday morning and afternoon, and then they went to fetch them, and they were told basically that they left in a taxi. This clearly states that there is a miscommunication and a disagreement in the dealings and the back and forth, basically monetary purpose. And I've seen people saying, oh, do they charge? I bet gospel no be easy. Even in Ghana, gospel artists are suffering. Gospel contents creators are suffering. Let's face the fact. I put up a brand for 7 years. I stopped because I'm not a philanthropist to be pumping money into a brand for 7 years. How did I do it? It's by the grace of God. For 7 years, so guys, imagine. Now, the headline. A section of Ghanaians are dragging Nigerian gospel singer Ada Ehi, and this is why. All right. Why are they dragging Ada Ehi? Why is Ada Ehi a subject of discussion? All right, on this Ghanaian page or on this Ghanaian blogs and vlogs. All right. I want to read, what they are saying, or a brief, article of why Ada Ehi is on board as a subject of discussion. Okay, welcome to the midweek or the midday of the week, Wednesday, a wonderful Wednesday, all right, on this channel, Pan-African channel, and Pan-African content is what I do. Call me Olua TJ, call me America, call me Imasuen Fola Rain, as given to me by Niger people. All right, I'm going to do this content in all honesty. I'm going to stay in the middle. I'm a Ghanaian, but since today's editorial is mostly a Ghanaian content with a Nigerian infused, rumored detail as part of it, I'm going to stay in the middle and address it from both ends. That is what I've been doing on this channel. You can disagree, you can dislike, you can agree in that regard, but I'm still going to stay fixated on the fact and the truth, and I'm not going to be biased. All right. Now, the headline. A section of Ghanaians are dragging Nigerian gospel singer Ada Ehi, and this is why. All right. Why are they dragging Ada Ehi? Why is Ada Ehi a subject of discussion? All right, on this Ghanaian page or on this Ghanaian blogs and vlogs. All right. I want to read, what they are saying, or a brief, article of why Ada Ehi is on board as a subject of discussion, basically in Ghana and in the gospel industry in Ghana. My previous field, I was there. I left for personal reasons. I don't want to share it. And then after that, we are all, the discerning lovers and listeners and subscribers of my channel, we are all going to decide whether what is going on is a true reflection of the brand of Ada Ehi and a whole lot. I don't want to go into it. Let me read what is on the bill. In the coming days, I shall tell you how this woman, Ada Ehi Moses, a Nigerian gospel singer or musician, was paid part payment of $8,000 for a performance at the Women in Worship concert in Ghana this year, and didn't turn up for the show after she got organizers to purchase a British Airways ticket to Accra and also fly her team, band of 6, from Nigeria to Ghana. Guess what? She said no refund. This was after her band was picked up from the airport to the venue for sound check, then to their Airbnb the organizers got for them. The band was fed in the evening of Saturday or of the Saturday, Sunday morning and afternoon. About 5 p.m., dinner was delivered. Organizers sent a team to fetch them or get them to eat, only to be told by the security they got a taxi and left without saying goodbye. This is what I've seen on the blogs and on the vlogs. You know, people are talking about it, and I want to do due diligence to it. Now, I want to stay on the other side. What might have pushed Ada Ehi, a renowned gospel brand who has had no bad nut in relation to her brand, associating or any association of that sort to her brand, doing such to a Ghanaian organized event? I know Women in Worship. All right, the woman behind it is Mama Gina. I have interviewed her before in my country. Now, the question I want to ask is, in the negotiation terms, what actually happened? What actually popped up? Was the team or the camp of Ada Ehi not satisfied in relation to some terms and conditions in relation to the booking and everything? All right. And then the second question is, have they, just as they've said, no refund? No refund. Is it associating? Is it basically relating to the fact that they have got in touch with Ada Ehi's camp to inquire and to find out about why she did not turn up, or they basically went for a refund without inquiring why she did not turn up? These are the two questions. Like I said, I'm going to stay in the middle, because the Ada Ehi brand I know and I've observed all these years have not had such scandals surrounding it. It's a solid brand. Ada Ehi is one of the renowned gospel singers in Nigeria. We know where the brand basically emanated from, and we know how she's been able to carve a niche of global excellence for herself. So I want to be careful with my dealings. All I want to say is that it is gospel. It's supposed to be loving. It's supposed to be caring and sharing. In as much as I don't want to dwell on the article I read to chastise and dwell on the fact that I'm going to clap back at Ada Ehi, what went on? We need to clarify from both ends. I need to clarify from both ends before I come and then address it fair and square. But until then, I will say, and I'll pat Ada Ehi in the back, and I also pat them in the back. And all I want to say is that, what did they do to Ada Ehi that necessitated this kind of treatment? Let's break it down, the article down from top to the basic, or from the basic to the last bit. Sorry. So in the nutshell, Ada Ehi they agreed on $8,000, right? Okay, and they paid $5,000 to Ada Ehi, which we've not substantiated. To her accounts, I have not substantiated, because I'm here to look at it and go deep into it. I'm just basically plucking it from the surface. Now, they paid $5,000, all right? They flew her band to Ghana. They did that on Saturday. They fed them throughout Saturday, on Sunday morning and afternoon, and then they went to fetch them, and they were told basically that they left in a taxi. This clearly states that there is a miscommunication and a disagreement in the dealings and the back and forth, basically monetary purpose. And I've seen people saying, oh, do they charge? I beg, gospel no be easy. Even in Ghana, gospel artists are suffering. Gospel contents creators are suffering. Let's face the fact. I put up a brand for 7 years. I stopped because I'm not a philanthropist to be pumping money into a brand for 7 years. How did I do it? It's by the grace of God. For 7 years, so guys, imagine me having a brand which I started from scratch with nothing. I started pushing it to 7 good years to a renowned television station in Ghana. Pre-financed it myself. No support. Nil. Support was zero for 7 years. All right. That is not why I'm here. Let's major on the issue. What I'm trying to say is that before we start dragging Ada Ehi in Ghana, before we start, writing these articles, what actually went on? What has gone on? That is the question I want to ask my people. What actually went on during the negotiation bed? That a band will be flown to Ghana and they will leave on the day of the event, which is a Sunday of the event. My guy, I don't want to go into the politics that if you are not part of my camp, I disagree with this person, or I hate this person because he is not in my camp, because he's this, he's that. These are all personal sentiments. You cannot have people in 100% tone. People are different. We should learn to accept people for that. That is my problem with the Ghana gospel industry. But I've moved on. I'm doing my own thing now, and I respect them. But the question I'm asking is, Ada Ehi's brand is solid and reputable enough, all right, to warrant these articles. And that is what I seek to do, or what I'm seeking to do, to basically to look at it from both ends. That if you look at the article, clearly Ada Ehi is not happy. The camp and the team of Ada Ehi is not happy about something. And what is that something? That is why I'm pushing this podcast, that I want it to meet one of the team members. This is social media, it's big. I want it to be pushed to the team of Ada Ehi, and a response or probably a communique will be issued for us to hear the other side of Ada Ehi, because Ada Ehi is above $8,000 and the $5,000. Let's face the fact. I am facing the fact I'm a Ghanaian, and the brand I am pushing is Pan-African. Mostly it dwells on Ghana, Nigeria, because in Africa, it is either Nigeria, Ghana, or South Africa. We know less about other African countries and their creatives. So in that nutshell, let's wait, all right? Listen to the camp of Ada Ehi and the team of Ada Ehi for their thorough explanation before we can conclude and say that they did not do well. That is basically my stance. What do you also think? All right? I've listened to Ada Ehi's testimonies, some of the beautiful songs, and I know some Ghanaian artists and gospel artists basically they look up to Ada Ehi. They see her as an idol, all right, or someone they look up to. So let's not dent her image. The article, I don't want to say was necessary or was not necessary, but like I said, there is something wrong with the negotiation thing, and something that went on during on the negotiation table that did not order well for Ada Ehi and the team. And basically, maybe they were looking forward for it to be settled, and they didn't do it, or the Ghanaian organizers, Mama Gina and her team, did not do it as such. It warranted that. On that basis, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to come your way with the second bit. So like I said, I don't want to preempt, I don't want to draw conclusions, and I don't want to, judge without hearing from both sides. That will be on the next segment of this editorial, when I've done due diligence to the topic to arrive at a common conclusion, all right, in that regard. But until then, it is still a Pan-African channel, all right, fixated on African content. You know that in Ghana, if it's not Nigeria, Ghana, and South Africa, or in Africa, sorry, if it's not Nigeria, Ghana, and South Africa, well, we need to know a lot more about other African creatives. But until then, let's do more and let's fire more exclusives. Let love lead. It is not easy to achieve that, but I know it's going to work out, just as I've been pushing on this Pan-African channel. Call me Olua TJ Emeka Fola Win Animaswen, as given to me by my Niger people. I'll be coming your way with more. I salute you and peace out.